We're gonna get started here in just a second, guys. I'm just waiting for a couple more people to show up. We've got 3 quarters we're gonna be ringing today. The first one is gonna be Alabama, and the other 2 are gonna be Maine. I'm just going to polish these up a little bit before we get started. Looking pretty good. There you go. This one's got a little chunk in it. I might pick another one. Alright, so we've got 1 Maine quarter, we've got an Alabama quarter, and we've got a missing Maine quarter. There it is. And the first thing we're going to do is punch a hole in these. If you guys are excited to see it, tap the screen a whole bunch. Let's see if we can get a couple more people in here. First step is to punch a hole in these. So I'm going to put them in this little jig here and hit it with a hammer. There we go. This one got stuck on here. I've never had this happen before, so I gotta hit it with a plastic hammer. Give me a sec. Sucker's stuck on there good. There we go. Now we can do 2 more. I need a WD-40 this thing. It's getting a little sticky. And 1 more. Nice. doesn't want to tap out. There we go. We got 1, 2. Here. And the next step on these, if you look at this inside cut edge, that's pretty rough. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a deburring tool, we're going to clean that up and smooth it out. Thank you for sharing the live, Chipster. I appreciate it. These are just some orders I got yesterday on my live that I'm working on. I thought I'd hop on live and share the experience with some people. If anybody has any questions, feel free to ask. If not, I'm just going to run through the motions of making these rings. And you're welcome to watch. If you're interested in getting yourself a coin ring, coinringmaker.com is the place to go. And just tap the Etsy button and check out all the different types of coin jewelry I make. What's going on, Ben? Just working on some orders. What am I making? I'm making these quarters into rings. Yeah, I like watching the process too. I'm not gonna lie, I have watched my own videos. There we go, I got that one nice and smooth. I'm actually working on 3 rings at the same time, so I'm doing the steps over and over again. What do I do with the centerpieces? I make my own coins out of them. They look like this. Isn't that cool? And it's double-sided. And I send these out with orders. A little branding. I think they're pretty neat. Yeah. Mostly YouTube. Like, if I haven't worked on a certain coin in a while, I'll go back and watch a video of me working on it to like refresh myself on all the steps. Let's see. I also make the center pieces into keychains and pins, like hat pins, keychains. Oh, there's a bunch of stuff I can do with the center pins. I really like them. I tried earrings for a little bit, but I never sold any. So I stopped putting much attention on that. It's very sharp. Never cut myself with it though. Eventually I'm gonna get something I can melt metal down in, and I'll recast this into probably coins. What's going on, Coin Kid? Just working on some coin rings here. Getting the inside nice and smoothed out. I've never done a nose ring. No. I don't even know how I would go about doing that. And mostly I just stick with finger rings. I like them a bunch. Today we've got 2 main quarters and Alabama. I really like the scrolling on this one and the floral design. Alabama's a cool quarter. Makes a very nice ring. Maine's not too bad. You got a little lighthouse, some boats. It's pretty cool. Well, I try and put off a nice chill atmosphere as I do my work. Let's see here. So the first step, or the next step, I suppose, is going to be to do the first fold on these. Washing, crossing the Delaware. I wish I had an example. I can make one. I've done one before, but I don't know where I put it. I'd have to track it down. But I should make another TikTok of that, because they're pretty popular right now. So there's our first fold. That's looking pretty nice, little cone shape. There's another one. If you guys could do me a favor and just tap the screen a whole bunch, we can try and get a couple more people in here. Oh, I know you do. I pretty much ordered like 3 rolls of them as soon as they were available. So I got them before they even hit circulation, pretty much. I think they're really cool, but I'm well stocked up on them. Hey, I appreciate the donation. Thank you very much. The gift. I guess we're not supposed to say donation. I don't know. TikTok's weird. What's going on? Welcome to the live. There's our second fold. You can see it's starting to get kind of ring shaped. We're going to have to stretch this out in a second. I'll go ahead and fold these 2. Make sure everything's nice and even. Get a good look at that. It's looking pretty cool. And one of these is going to be a size 13, so I'm really going to have to stretch it out. Yeah, they're really quarters. Let me show you. So right, this is a main quarter, what it looks like before I start working on it. You can see the boat and the lighthouse and Maine. And then this is what it looks like once I start working on it. You can still see that lighthouse right there. There's that cliff with the tree on it. There's a little bit of that boat there. You can see Maine. Totally real quarters. I can do Mexican money. I haven't worked with it very much. It's just easier to get a hold of US currency, so that's what I work on most of the time. Before we start stretching these out, I'm going to sand this cut edge, and I'm sorry if this noise is a little rough. It doesn't take very long. I'm just going to get over here, get on my nail file block, and just smooth that out. I'm going to show you here in just a second how I size these rings. That's going to be the next step. We want this cut edge to be really nice and smooth before we do that. I work on quarters, 50-cent pieces, and dollars. This is actually a piece dollar ring I made. It's a little dirty because my hands are dirty, but this is 90% silver, and when it's polished up, it looks really nice. So yeah, I can do 50-cent pieces, I can do dollar. I mostly work on quarters, just because that's what people order. We got that nice and shiny and smooth now. I'm gonna do one more. There we go. And move over to the ring stretcher. Hello. They're listed on my Etsy, so if you go to coinringmaker.com, there's an orange button right at the top of the website that says Etsy store, and you can find all my offerings, all my different jewelry, and the pricing for them there. So this is called a ring stretcher. I'm doing pretty good. And what we're going to do is we're going to take these kind of cone-shaped rings and we're going to stretch them out, even those walls up a little bit. And here's kind of a before and after of this step. So this is what it looked like before we stretched it, and this is what it looks like after. And if I need a bigger ring, I can keep stretching it. But this Alabama one needs to be a 9.5, so we can actually stretch it a little more. Go ahead and stretch these other two out as well. One of these is going to be a size 7, so we don't have to stretch it too far. The other one's going to be a size 13. Which means we're going to have to stretch it a bunch. That should be good for that one. I'll tell you what, we'll go back to this big one here in a little bit. We'll finish these small ones, get them sized up, and then we'll stretch that really big one out. I'm in Texas. I can go to a size 14. If you need a size 14, when you order, just add a note that you want a size 14. The limit, I think, on Etsy is 13, but I can go up to 14. Let's see here, this one needs to be a size 7. So we're going to go ahead and pop it in this die and reduce it. But before we do, I want you to look at these walls and see how it's kind of uneven, how the reeded edge is a little bit wider than this cut edge. So that's one thing I'm going to be addressing. I'm going to be evening that out. And at the same time, I'm going to be making this ring a little smaller. Here we go. Now you can see the cut edge is actually a little flared out. So we're going to even that out as well. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Thank you for the share as well. We got that nice and even. Doesn't that look good? That's a good looking ring. So this is the shape I like to get all my rings in. Nice and straight walled. Looking good. But it's still too big. So we're going to have to flip it over and reduce it on the smaller side. Make it even smaller. Maybe a size 7.5. Or size 7, that is. So we'll do a little bit on each side and just slowly work it down. Check the size. Still too big, so we'll keep on reducing it. What's going on, man? I am making quarters into rings. Check this out. I haven't had any time to play with your new toy yet, but I'm really excited. It's super cool. There we go. We got this down to a size 7. It's looking pretty good. I'd call that solid. Go ahead and move on to the next one. What do I do with the scrap pieces? I use everything. So like the centers, I punch out of here. I'll either make keychains out of these, or pins you can like put on your hat, or I make them into my own coins. So I don't waste anything. Yeah, I can tell. You're using that thing every day. I'm like, man, this guy goes through a lot of pennies. But I go through a lot of quarters. And I like playing with pennies too. Let me see here. Have you seen these yet? These like skull and crossbone pennies I've been making. This is why I got your thing, is so I can sort through copper and zinc and know what I'm working on. Because trust me, you don't want to heat up a zinc penny with a torch. That's bad news. These are my favorite things to stamp with it. It's these bat quarters. I think these look super dope. And you can get these at coinringmaker.com if you want them. They're pretty cool. Let's see, we got a size 7. This one needs to get to size 13. And this one needs to be a size 9.5. Well, actually, what happens is the zinc inside melts and the copper doesn't, so it like expands and like squirts out like molten metal. It's very dangerous. I've done it twice. It's still kind of a side gig, but I do make money doing it. I'd like to replace like my job with it, so I'm gonna keep grinding at it. And I mean, I'd do it whether I made money or not. I think it's just super fun. What's going on, Double D? We're just working on a couple coin rings and chatting it up. You gotta reduce this one a little bit more. just above a 9.5. It is fun. I have a lot of fun making these. There we go. That looks good. Let's get real close on that. This nice floral design on here. And you got this nice courage and spirit banner. Great looking ring. So we've got 2 down to size back there. And this one we have to get up to size 13. Right now, it's at a size 11. So we're gonna stretch it and try not to snap it. Wish me luck, guys. And this is why I pretty much stop at 13, because anything past there gets really difficult. You guys might just see me mess up. I'm gonna go ahead and take a second and plug my website, coinringmaker.com. If you like my work and want to get you something cool, coinringmaker.com is the place to do it. Just tap the Etsy button. You can see all the different jewelry I make there. There's a bunch of different stuff, and I highly recommend you check it out. I've also got a YouTube channel called Coin Ring Maker. I can post a lot longer stuff on there than I can on TikTok. Silly phone, calm down. There we go. Alright, so this one is about a size 14, and I'm going to reduce it down to a size 13 and try and shape it. And I'm going to do that over here. Right at a size 13. Perfect. Perfect. And we'll go ahead and scan these up. Here's one I did yesterday. This is a Tennessee quarter. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to take these rings, we're going to pop them in a tumbler. Hello from West Virginia. Check this out. West Virginia. This quarter's got your name all over it. You should get yourself a coin ring. Go to coinringmaker.com and order you one. I'll make it for you. So this is my super fun new tool. This is my tumbler. It's got like little UFOs and ball bearing medium in it. Fish that blue paper towel out of there. I think it's supposed to be in there. There we go. And we're just going to pop our rings in here and let them spin around, get nice and shiny. I feel like there should be a little more water in here. What's going on, Nebraska Paranormal? Going to order 2, one from West Virginia for me and one for New Jersey for my fiance. That sounds cool, man. I'm down with that. I'm sure she'd love it. And I tell you what, man, I'm all caught up with these. Oh, you got to find out the ring sizes. Yeah, you want to make sure you get an accurate ring size. That way we don't have to ship it back and forth and resize it. So make sure you get an accurate one so we can get you a nice comfy ring made. This is usually about how thick the band is. I know it's kind of hard to see, but that's about a finished ring band thickness for a quarter. Well, I think it's done. I use this reduction die. This is Legacy brand. It's on my recommended tool list, and I can just work on each side of the ring. So I'd put it in here like this and push down on it, and then flip it over and push down on the other side. This is like cone shaped in here, so that'll push the sides smaller and smaller. That's how I reduce my rings. This is a keychain I made while those were polishing. It's got the rest of that lighthouse from the main quarter on there. And you can see they're relatively shiny at the moment. I'm going to go ahead and go over them with a polishing cloth and get them really shiny. And then we can ship them out and send them on their way to their new homes. Well, I appreciate y'all hanging around, watching me make these rings. Doesn't seem like this live popped off very much, does it? Yesterday I got about 300 people in here. Today we got 6. I'm not a big numbers guy. I appreciate y'all joining me. There's one down. We'll just polish these up. And I'll do a last minute little call to action. If you guys are interested in getting a coin ring from me, you can go to coinringmaker.com, tap the Etsy button. I've got about 40 different listings on there, so there's all kinds of stuff you can get. And since you joined me on this live, I'm going to go ahead and give you guys a coupon code. You can use the coupon code WELCOME. It'll save you 10% on absolutely everything in my shop. I think it's a pretty good deal, and that's just my little way to say thank you for joining me today. I'm just going to get these all nice and shiny real quick, and then we can show them off. Look at that. Look at how the light just, bam. You can't even see the detail. It's so shiny. You gotta get up in it. It came out really nice. I like this Tennessee one. You got the guitar neck there. You got these really strong stars. I could, yeah, if you ordered right now, but I am worried about your ring sizes. So I tell you what, Mr. Chevy, let me see here. Let me see if I can follow you. That way you can message me. That's a private account. Shoot. Well, I tried to follow you. I would say message me when you've got your ring sizes, and then I can make them on live for you. I don't have a problem doing that at all. Yeah. Since I can't message you, just leave a comment on any of my videos when you get the ring sizes, and I'll hop on a live and I'll make them for you. How's that sound? That's a good deal? I think that's pretty cool. And this one's really shiny. Very cool. Good looking ring right there. So we got these all nice and cleaned up. Alabama, Tennessee. We got the two main ones. Oh, I guess I still have one. Unless that's main too. Yeah, that's main. That's all four of them. Got those done. I'm going to go ahead and package these up and ship them out. I appreciate y'all stopping by on the live, and join me again sometime. Y'all have a good evening. I'm going to get out of here. Bye.